Hey, this is Kelly from the Dolly Rocks.
This is Joe Queer from the Infamous Queers.
Hey, Sleepy P. Martini.
Hey, this is Indica Flowers.
And you are listening to
Our Brains Hurt.
Our Brains Hurt.
Our Brains Hurt.
Losers.
Well, they needed a jingle for their stupid little show, so they called up the Jasons and we said, fuck no. Then they called us again and they gave us $20 and we wrote them a song that said, your podcast sucks. Then they gave us more money and they asked us really nice and we finally gave in and we said, all right, I'll write you a song, but it's gonna be a clone of a Screeching Weasel song that we heard a while ago. So we wrote them a jingle and it sounded really rad. It was the best little jingle that the podcast ever had, but the file got corrupted and the email didn't work. Now they're stuck without a jingle singing Our Brains Hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. In a very non-copyright infringing sort of way.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Our Brains Hurts. This episode is brought to you by PunkBox. If you're looking for an awesome gift idea for yourself or for somebody else, head over to punkboxrocks.com. That's punkboxrocks.com. Sign up for their awesome monthly punk rock merch subscription service. Each month, a box of merch will be sent to your house. Stuff you would normally find at a merch table at a punk show. Things could include cassettes, CDs, vinyl, patches, buttons, pins, coffee, all sorts of cool shit. You never know what you're going to get. It's an awesome gift. Head over to punkboxrocks.com. This show is also brought to you by Merch Slut. Head over to merchslut.com for awesome band t-shirts, punk rock band t-shirts. Merch Slut gets her shirts directly from the band or the label. These are not cheap knockoffs. She also has a wide array of awesome punk rock merch. Merchslut.com. Also, don't forget, next month we have two shows coming up. August 30th at the Pie Shop in DC, Belvedere, coming down from Canada, playing with Paperback Tragedy, Idle Minds, and Morals. That's Wednesday, August 30th at the Pie Shop. Go to pieshopdc.com for tickets. And September 2nd at DC9, Dolly Rots. We'll be here with Tsunami Bomb, Over Our Eyes, and Dead End Lane. So head over to DC9 and get your tickets for that. Two awesome shows, just a few days apart. All right, that's all for the business stuff. Now, let's get to the show. Got some pumpkin. Oh, shit.
Yeah, buddy.
I saw your post in the Pumpkin Boys.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta get to the liquor store today.
Yeah, tis the season.
Tis indeed.
It starts earlier every year. I don't understand how
I know.
Most places Oktoberfest is in September. That makes no sense to me. But
I know.
Whatever. I
got a 12-pack of Sam Adams Oktoberfest and 2 4-packs of Pumpkin.
Very strange.
That means that what's it called? Mad Elf should be out in about 2 weeks.
It's Christmas.
Woo!
People who treat capitalism as their personal bank account.
Yep.
This is what you get.
Oh yeah.
From assholes being assholes.
God bless it. I was talking to Travis about this a little bit yesterday before you got on. My appreciation for NOFX is growing exponentially.
Oh yeah.
I told Travis, I was like, thanks to me being stuck, like perpetually stuck in like 94 to 96 punk rock wise, I never explored the latter NOFX records. I've listened to some of them, but I've never really like listened to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you get the coaster yet?
Not yet. So I'm still like, of course I went through Wolves and Wolves Clothing for months. Now I'm like obsessed with So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes.
Oh, that's not even a ladder record.
97. I know.
Yeah, that's like 90s.
Right, that's like 3 days after I stopped buying new punk rock. That one came out.
NOFX to me is everything pre the decline and everything post the decline.
Okay.
That to me, that's the NOFXs.
When did that come out? The decline? 2000?
2001 or 2002.
Okay.
One of those years, I believe.
Gotcha.
Because I think the decline came out before Pump Up the Valium just before Pump
Okay.
Up the Valium, I believe. Might have been just after, but I'm pretty sure it was just before Pump Up the Valium, because I want to say the Decline was 2001 and Pump Up the Valium was 2002.
Okay.
It could be 02 and 03. I can't remember.
Pump Up the Valium is 2000. They don't have
Pump Up the Valium was
Decline.
2000.
Yeah, they don't have the Decline in Wikipedia for some reason. I guess it's not like a.
That's an EP.
Yeah.
Well, Spotify will tell us. Then I think maybe the Decline was after Pump Up the Valium. I don't know. Maybe they were both the same year.
Could be. November 1999.
The Decline?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there you go. Yeah, so the Decline, yeah, so it's everything pre-Decline and everything post-Decline. That's the two NOFXs to me.
Yeah.
I have grown a fond appreciation of Pump Up the Valium. I was not super stoked about that album when it first came out.
My favorite NoFX song is on that record.
What song?
Dinosaurs Will Die.
Oh, it's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
I think
one.
lyrically and musically, that's a great fucking song. And that's another thing. Like I used to always, from the time I got into punk rock up until like, now, Bad Religion and NoFX have always been, if not my two favorite, definitely top 5. But I always kind of put Bad Religion ahead because of the lyrics.
Yeah.
But now that I'm focusing on like NoFX lyrics, Fat Mike he writes some good fucking lyrics.
He does.
Like it's not just the earlier albums, it's just kind of silly shit, like some serious but mostly silly, like
I learned
but,
not only have I learned from Greg Graffin, but I've also learned a lot of things from Fat Mike as well.
Yeah.
In his lyrics. I learned a lot about lesbians.
Yeah. Fisting. That was an eye opener for me back in the day.
Yeah.
Which if there is a song I like more than Dinosaurs Will Die, it's Liza and Louise.
I remember a friend of mine and myself getting sent to the principal's office for singing Liza Louise out loud while we were supposed to be studying in geometry. I'm pretty sure it was geometry. Yeah, it's geometry. Maybe an algebra class. Might have been algebra. Yeah, it was not appreciated. Well, the rest of the class was completely silent.
I would have appreciated it.
Yeah, it was good.
But yeah, there's a lot of he's pretty awesome lyrically. So.
Yeah, he's got the very specifically, I was gonna say post-Decline. So
yeah,
the post-Decline NoFX, really great. The Idiots Are Taking Over off of the War on Errorism.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever? Is that an album you've dove into?
No, not yet.
I feel like their best 2 albums, period, post the Decline, are the War on Errorism and Coaster.
Okay.
I mean, I really enjoy Wolf in Wolf's Clothing, but I think War on Errorism and Coaster are my favorite 2.
Okay.
Although there is a few songs on War on Errorism that I just truly do not like, but
yeah.
But what it's just
that's gonna happen. Yeah,
it's gonna happen. Coaster is phenomenal because that's like a relatively recent one. I want to say 2009 was Coaster.
Yeah.
The vinyl version of that album is called Frisbee.
Oh, that's funny.
CD version's called Coaster. and the the album cover of Coaster is like a CD being used as a coaster, and then the album cover of Frisbee is Eric Melvin in like short 80s shorts with a headband, wearing a bright tank top, throwing a vinyl record as a Frisbee. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's just like Heavy Petting Zoo.
Yeah.
The CD is called Heavy Petting Zoo. The vinyl version is called Eating Lamb.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coaster's 2009. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Matt,
I
I
have-
have the punk rock encyclopedia strikes again.
Yeah, I have Heavy Petting Zoo on vinyl, which is called.
I don't think I've ever listened to Heavy Petting Zoo.
ever.
I
That's in your time frame.
know.
96.
I probably have, but I don't remember it at all.
That's a good record. People didn't like it so much because Punk and
Follow
Drublick
Punk and Drublick.
was so good, and then
Yeah.
Heavy Petting Zoo came out, and a lot of people were like, "This sucks," but
It's
it
tough to
doesn't
cut-
suck.
yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
They talk about some more serious Fat Mike lyrics. There's a lot of serious lyric songs on that
And Heavy Petting Zoo.
record. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also some not so serious ones
Yeah.
like Hot Dog in a Hallway. that song is not serious. It's like feeding a tic tac to a whale.
I thought that's one of my favorite analogies. Like what is it? An idiom or analogy or
I think it's an analogy.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're scraping the inside of an empty mayonnaise jar with a butter knife.
Yeah. Gross.
Yeah. I have a couple trips to Kentucky. One next weekend.
Yeah,
and one
you're-
in October.
yeah.
So
You're gonna have to go through some of these albums.
yeah. I on one of my drives to Kentucky, I went through all of them once, but I like to like kind of take a deep dive, read the lyrics. And you can't really read the lyrics while you're driving, or at least you shouldn't. I do sometimes, but not advised, kids listening at home.
War on Airism has a really great NOFX like ska punk song. It's called Anarchy Camp.
What's the album that gets most shit on, you think?
What's their album?
Yeah, like that's
It's
genuinely
like
known as not likable.
universally hated.
Yeah. I thought it was Coaster,
No,
but I guess I could be wrong.
no,
Yeah.
Coaster. People were really down on NOFX when Coaster came out. And then Coaster came out, and people were like,
Oh,
"Oh
okay.
fuck, this is like their best record in years."
Okay.
Yeah, Coaster is. I would say Coaster is probably their most universally loved album post the decline.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
everybody I know that is a NOFX fan that kind of doesn't like a lot of the albums in those years loves Coaster really loved it when it came out. Might be Wolves and Wolves
Or
Clothing.
Self-Entitled, maybe? That seemed to be the one that Mike was most down on.
Self-Entitled's kind
Like
of
I remember he said self-entitled, then he just shook his head and didn't say anything else.
Last time
That's got 72 hookers. I love that song.
I asked him about one of my favorite NOFX songs is off that record, and I asked him about that when he was on, which was
Oh, is that the Dr.
this
Seuss?
this cog is for or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Or this machine is for.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a song written about a Dr. Seuss cartoon, and if you watch the Dr. Seuss cartoon while listening to the song, they actually made a video of that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Playing the song over, and it like it's great, it's brilliant, it's
Yeah.
amazing. Like it's so good, and like it. What's really incredible about that song is you listen to the song, very good lyrics,
Mhm.
and you're like, oh, cool. This is a song about like fuck the system, kind of like
Yeah.
in layman's terms, to put that very simply. But then when you watch the video, you're like, oh fuck, he wrote this about a Dr. Seuss cartoon. Oh fuck, Dr. Seuss was trying to tell me something when I was a kid.
Dr.
I don't
Seuss is
think our
shit.
kids have this anymore.
No, they do not.
Yeah,
They do not.
Dr. Seuss was really trying to tell me something when I was a kid.
Yeah.
He was showing me about how fucked up the world is, or like,
Yeah,
or how
his-
fucked up like society is. Really,
His books are deep.
Mhm.
They really are. Of course, he got canceled because of what happens. He was like somebody said he was a racist or something. I don't know, some dumb.
How do you get canceled when you're dead?
They'll find a way.
For writing a book that was like, for some shit that was written in a book during the times that like everything was different.
When you have that many fuck nuts trying to cancel people just for the glory and the virtue, they'll find a way. Like,
I cancel all cancelers.
Yeah.
And yes, I said that like Mayor Wimby. I declare this day whacking day.
Chowda. I guess like the one universally hated NOFX record would be Liberal Animation, which I actually do like that record. And I'm not being stupid when I say I like it.
Spoiler alert, I don't. I tried so hard to like that record when I was younger, and I was just like, this fucking sucks.
It does, but it's kind of like there's a charm to it. I don't know.
I mean, there's something to it.
Beer Bong is a great song. They played that. I saw them play that live, which was awesome. So.
Beer Bong is a great song.
Yeah.
If by charm you mean having someone vomit on your face, then yes, that album
there you go.
is very charming. Very.
I don't know what I mean when I say charming. That's probably I'll say that's definitely not the right word. But I wish it was so awesome. I wish I had like 1/10 of the songwriting ability of some of these people. Just like
shout out Grim Deeds.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, you give that dude 10 minutes and a topic. He's like the
song's
like,
done and recorded. He's already emailed.
Yeah, not just written, recorded. It's out. It's somehow you could buy the vinyl in stores.
He's like, dude, the recorded version's in your inbox. Go check it out.
Yeah, that dude is a fucking maniac. That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never met somebody who can pump out songs like him.
Killer freestyle skater too, man. I've been watching a lot of his videos. He's fucking good.
Did you watch the video of the competition?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, like how good was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freestyle's the shit, man. That's
old school 80s freestyle.
Yeah.
He's super solid at that.
Yeah. Yeah, super talented dude. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had posted like the video of that competition. It wasn't the whole thing, but it was a clip on Instagram, and it came across my feed, and I was just like glued to it. I watched it like fucking 6 times in a row.
Yeah. I forgot how rad that old shit was. That freestyle shit was.
Well,
I follow him on Instagram, so I'll see like his random tricks outside of his house. I'm like, damn, this dude's fucking getting good as shit.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. My new favorite video thing to look up is when like the parkour guys or like the dudes that like do weird shit on like the edge of like skyscrapers and stuff.
Yeah.
When those dudes fail.
Oh yeah. That's one of my favorites.
And they fall.
Oh yeah.
And
they hit.
And they die.
Yes. Because whenever they miss, they're hitting like the edge of buildings, like the edge of concrete.
Yeah. And they do miss.
Yes. And they're not missing on grass or mud.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's this one dude, I want to say it was in China. And he had like lowered himself on the edge of a skyscraper, and he was like, and something happened where he fucked up, and he's like trying to pull himself back up, and you can just see he's losing his strength or whatever, and then like one of his hands goes, and he just kind of turns around and bye
just disappears.
Yeah, he's gone off the screen. Yep.
Damn.
And then this is like a building that's like at least 100 stories.
Damn.
Yeah, he did not survive.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard to feel sorry for people that do that shit. And
Oh no, I don't feel sorry for them at
yeah,
all.
it's like
You're doing
yeah.
what on the edge of a skyscraper?
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. I'll get out my camera.
Either way, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah, there is no way that I am going to be left not entertained.
Yeah. So I brought up the idea of doing like a punk rock draft a while ago.
Ooh, a punk rock draft.
I think we should do that in an episode coming up.
Like, are we drafting for a band?
Yeah, so I think we should have like a list, like, you know, of singers, bassists, guitarists, drummers, instead of like quarterbacks, running backs, and shit. We should have
Right.
a few people. We should invite a few people on, like maybe some like, you know, guests that have been on a bunch. And I think we should draft our team, and then at the end of the draft, we should put out our starting lineup. And then we can have listeners vote on which is the best band of those starting lineups.
Okay.
Something like that. I think that would be kind of cool.
I think that, yeah, people could be into that. That'd be
It could
cool.
be like celebrate the upcoming football season / just punk rock, you know. Because we put together our favorite band or our like all-star bands not too long ago. When was that? Who did we do that with? Didn't we do that? I think we did it with Will, but I think it would be cool to have. Maybe we can invite Will back on.
Yeah, we did. He did his for his Mount Rushmore, since he'd done that before. We had him come up with his yeah.
But yeah, I think in September, maybe the beginning of September, we should do like invite like maybe like 3 other people on, so there's like 5 of us or something.
Yeah, we'll talk to some people and see who's into this idea, you know, because you know there might be some people who aren't into this idea, and that's cool too. And
we'll have the 2 of us have to put together like a big list of people, like band, like singers, you know.
Yeah, it's like fantasy punk rock.
Yeah, fantasy punk rock, and you put out your starting band, your starting lineup,
and then. And then in real life, all these bands who we did, it'll be set in stone as a decree. They all then have to become actual bands.
Yeah.
Sorry, the stone says it. It's not my choice. Not your choice either. It says it in the stone.
It's the stone, damn it. Thou shalt not obey the stone. Disobey the stone.
Yeah. I mean, if Joseph Smith could just randomly say he found a bunch of golden tablets and everybody believed him,
that's so funny. What an awesome fucking.
Well, you know,
why don't we do that shit? Let's start our own religion.
Yeah.
We need to get with fucking.
I mean, you got to understand the times he was in. It's like the 1920s, you know, or not the 1820s.
Yeah,
like people were ridiculously ignorant.
Kind of like now. I bet you if we got with Oz and we really tried, we could start some fucking.
We could start our own religion.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do we also blackmail the IRS into religious status like Scientology did?
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm always for blackmailing the IRS for any reason.
Yo, if L. Ron Hubbard can figure out how to blackmail the IRS, I feel like I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck the IRS.
Don't listen to this IRS. It's not.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Close your ears for a second. Earmuffs. Okay. Yeah, I get it. I owe you taxes. Fuck off.
Fuck yeah. The only time the government is efficient is when you owe them something.
Yeah, right.
Like, Jesus Christ, you told me 3 seconds ago it's already out of my fucking bank account.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
Hey man, I'm all about RFK Jr.
Hell yeah.
That dude's the shit.
Oh, watch out. Here come the hot takes.
He's got no chance, but
I mean, anybody's got to be better than the last.
I don't know.
one.
He's getting a lot of fucking. I mean, he's killing like the the podcast circuit.
Yeah. Oh, totally. I mean, he's killing ratings, whether
Yeah.
people think that's true or not. It is.
Yeah.
He's 100% better than Trump or Biden. I'll tell you that much.
You can't if you're an idiot if you don't think that he would be a better president than Donald Trump or Joe Biden. You're a fucking idiot who is lying to yourself for the sake of who? CNN? Like,
but they're my. What would I think?
Yeah, what would
where would I eat? I would wear my pants on my head if it wasn't for CNN. Oh my God, Ronald.
So
how could you say such horrible things?
But he doesn't like vaccines. It's like, so what? He can't change. He's not going to change the whole system. Listen, if Donald Trump or Joe Biden becomes the president, the state of our country is literally in danger of falling apart, like completely.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have the division that is going on in this country right now is just it needs to stop, and only someone like RFK Jr. can kind of like can cut the shit out.
I mean, there's a few other people who probably could as well. I mean, I still
but nobody else that's like kind of like right up in there.
He's polarizing. Let's just say that he's very popular. He's very popular and very polarizing. And for anybody out there who says, "Oh, but he's a vaccine. He doesn't like vaccines, so I can't vote for him." Number one, you should never vote for or not vote for any political candidate based off of one sole reason.
Right, exactly.
Because life is way more complicated than that. And number two, anybody who has fought back against vaccines since COVID started is not saying that vaccines are bad.
Right.
As a whole. There's things in vaccines that don't need to be in there. That is one of the largest pushes over the last decade to 15 years where people have, made claims like vaccines cause autism and things like that, where it stemmed from. It's not that the vaccines themselves, we get trying to eradicate certain diseases. Like that can happen.
Yeah.
Preserving agents in vaccines to maximize shelf life and profits is a large problem, but for whatever fucking reason, nobody ever wants to bring that argument up, but that is the argument to have. Preserving agents, because preserving agents have, or at least historically have had, mercury in them. A lot of different preserving agents.
Very high amounts of mercury.
Most specifically, the ones that were in most vaccines up until about 10 to 15 years ago when it started getting brought up and they took it out. Yeah. Or at least the one that was called thimerosal. It got labeled as dangerous and was taken out. Granted, the preserving agents that were named something different and got put right back in there also had fucking mercury in them. So that is where the argument, if you're going to argue for one side or the other, that is where the argument should start. Right. And I'm not advocating for any side here. I'm just saying that there is a smarter argument here than just going, vaccines cause autism. Well, it's not the fucking part that is trying to eradicate the disease. That part is good. Like,
yeah, totally.
Yeah. And then of course, in the COVID conversation, you have a vaccine that hadn't really been used massively in mRNA, and people were very unsure about that. And so I think some of the questions about it are valid.
Yeah, and I think the info we're finding out now.
Yeah. I mean, have the conversation, just talk about it. Like, I don't understand why it has to be such a
what has happened to you in your life that you automatically jump to defend Big Pharma? Like what? Like stop, take it, like pause and think to yourself, what am I doing? I'm defending the corporation that has been sued for more amounts of money than any other corporation in the history of the planet.
Ronald,
why?
Ronald, shut up and take your pills.
I just want to get another banner on our.
This is crazy talk, Ronald. You need to take your pills.
I took my pills. In fact, I took it was funny. I was just arranging my pills for the week about an hour before we came on tonight, and I took my pills for the day. I washed it down with Oktoberfest, which probably isn't.
That's the way
recommended.
That's the way to do it. It's really the only way to do it to keep your sanity, really.
Take your SSRIs with a gulp of beer, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Like anything that comes from a pharmaceutical company, I don't care what it is. If it's a vaccine or if it's a fucking aspirin, right? I don't know what's in that. I can read the fucking bottle all I want.
No,
But just-
that shit.
Yeah. Most of the fucking shit that's like most pills that are created in China have like it's like a 16% accuracy to what is on the bottle is actually in those fucking pills. People have pulled these pills apart. Like scientists and shit have pulled pills apart that come from China massive amounts of times now and figured out that like, hey, some of them are just pure fucking sawdust.
This is dog shit.
Nothing
Like,
in them is what it says it is. Like this is a real
Yeah.
thing. Like, you don't know what's in shit. I'm not a fucking biochemist. I'm gonna sit here and fucking smash pills up and then spend a fucking week with a microscope and a testing kit and do that shit. I mean, nobody's gonna fucking do that. So you're trusting what you're doing is you're trusting a company. You're trusting companies that have time and time again had some of the largest fines that have ever been delved out in the history of humanity.
Yes.
In the history of the monetary system.
Yes.
How about that? Without being drug out in the street and stoned to death.
Times thousands. Yeah.
Yeah. For fraudulently doing things over and over and over and over. So how many times does something like that take before you as a person go, hey, these guys don't seem like they're being pretty honest here. Maybe I shouldn't put my shit in their shit in my body. And like when I turn on Hulu, because I get Hulu with ads for free, which seems like whatever. I feel like I should.
I always pay to get rid of the ads. Like Spotify, I have no ads. Hulu, I have
right.
no ads.
I get it for free because I have Verizon. But if there's if you don't have Verizon, there is a version of Hulu that has ads that you have to pay for, which seems insane to me. Because like, okay, why if I'm paying for something, why do I still have ads?
Right.
But like when I first got that through Verizon, because I'd never had Hulu before, when they give you the Hulu with ads for free, every ad and all of it is pharmaceutical shit.
It's Pfizer.
It's laughable.
Pfizer runs the world. Yeah.
I've watched these pharmaceutical commercials over and over and over and over, and it's like that's all it is. It's nothing but pharmaceutical commercials. And I'm watching these commercials, and like I know this joke has been made before, but like, it's like sulfylflexor-delendum. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, why does it have to have that name? Just tell me what. But then it's like these families, and there's like this beautiful music playing, and the sun is shining, and everybody's having a great fucking time, and life is so fucking good because I just got rid of bumps on my foot with this miracle pill brought to you by Pfizer. But hold on, here comes the list of the possible side effects,
which is longer than the commercial.
Yeah. Wait, what did you just say? Don't take sulflexodenum bledexum if you're allergic to sulflexodenum dilexum. I'm like, what?
That's my favorite thing.
How would I even know if I'm allergic to it without taking it? Look at number one, that's insane. And then it's like, you may.
Yes, that's
the hair
my
on
biggest pet peeve watching those fucking commercials.
If you have balls, the hair on your balls may fall out. Oh, cool. I don't have to manscape anymore. Wrong. Now I have blue hairs on my balls. Oh, we make a pill to turn the hairs from blue back to brown.
What do you know?
There's 70 side effects from that pill too. Fuck. What? How do I get rid of those side effects? Well, we just so happen to make a pill for that.
Funny you should ask.
Also has 70 more side effects.
Yep.
And
And the best part is one of the side effects is always the thing that pill is supposed to cure.
Yeah.
Always.
It's like, yeah.
It may cause depression. Wait a second. I'm taking that for depression.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
What
yeah.
are you selling here?
I have slight depression. Oh, here, take this pill for your slight depression. One of the side effects of that pill is severe depression.
Yeah, you'll kill yourself and you will never feel slight depression ever again.
Literally, well, God, what is the I wish I could remember what the pill was, but it's like at the end, it's like the very last side effects. It's like, oh, and by the way, if you have suicidal thoughts, stop taking the pill.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
How on fucking earth
Yeah.
is there an ingredient in a pill that's supposed to stop, like, you know, it's supposed to like help like my ulcer or something like that, or like my IBS, have something in it where the side effect gives you suicidal thoughts?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
what
fucked up.
the fuck?
And this is the industry that people will point their finger at you and say, don't ask questions, don't do your own research.
Yeah, and people will be
Take this
like,
fucking
oh,
vaccine.
I can't believe this guy is talking about this pill. Oh my, just take it.
This is the industry.
Just take the pill. Like, I think I'll deal with my fucking IBS.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna fucking fathom taking a pill and getting suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
Amongst the 70 other side effects that I could possibly get.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane.
I took a pill to get rid of the rash on my back. Now I got a rash on my back rash it's cleared up beautifully, but now I have a rash on my feet.
Oh, and I'm dead because I didn't give a shit.
Oh, yeah, fuck. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Rash is gone.
One of the side effects, the side effects is death. So if you die, stop taking sulfolexin. Wait, I'm dead though.
If you're dead.
Yeah,
It's absolutely insane.
okay, you're dead. Well, yeah, you need to go ahead and stop taking that pill. Man, it's
The biggest mind fuck ever the past 3 years, man. Like, I've said it before. This past 3 years will be studied for decades and centuries to come.
Yeah.
Of how the government and big pharma,
wow, basically
made people like who consider themselves progressives, basically, you know, comply and do whatever the fuck they want. It's amazing.
Yeah, and like, for people listening to this going, oh, I'm not listening to this podcast anymore. These guys are crazy. They're talking crazy. Number one, there's a lot of pharmaceuticals in this world that do help people. Stuff like for diabetes and stuff. There's legit stuff. But these companies have gone crazy and made pills for fucking, you got butt pimples, take this pill. I don't need to take a pill for butt pimples. I just need to like scrub harder or pop them or something. Not take a pill, right? Eat better. But eating better is probably the number one thing. So there's that. But like, for anybody who doesn't think that large companies and the government, you know, don't do this kind of thing, especially large companies forcing the government to do shit, like the dairy industry. The dairy industry had their hands in the government for a long time. Still does.
Yep.
We were all pushed to drink milk. That's the reason why we drink milk in this country so much. Just cow's milk too, which by the way is like the absolute worst fucking milk that comes from an animal that humans could drink.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Well, but it was pushed on us.
Yeah.
By the dairy industry through the government. And if you don't think that that's true, ask yourself. Remember government cheese?
I used to get it when I was a poor South Philadelphian.
Yeah, right. What is the term government cheese? Right? Do you know what the government cheese is? You got it. The government gave it to poor communities. Why did the government have
a huge
cheese?
brick in a cardboard box?
Yeah, and why did the government have cheese? And why did they give it out for free? right? That's a weird thing for the government to have is cheese. Why was the government making cheese?
Yeah.
Right. What's the answer to that question? Well, I'll tell you what the answer to that question is. They finally said fuck off to the dairy industry. But by saying fuck off, they said, we're going to say fuck off nicely. And we're actually going to pay you to say fuck off. And not only are we going to pay you, we're going to buy up all your extra supply of dairy, of milk. We're going to buy it all. Like 15 years worth of fucking dairy. And so the dairy industry said, okay, fine. We accept your terms. So then the U.S. government was like, well, fuck, what are we going to do with all this milk? Like, it's going to go bad. Well, we're making cheese. Because cheese has an awful long shelf life.
Yep.
So, okay, we're going to make cheese. So they made all this fucking cheese. This cheap ass, delicious ass government cheese. They made it all. And they put it
in quotes. Let's use air quotes when we call it cheese.
Yeah, and they stored it in bunkers.
Yeah.
Government cheese was delicious.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like it was like Velveeta, but almost better.
Yes.
It's terrible for you, but but they made all this cheese and they stored it in bunkers. And it sat in these bunkers for decades, just sitting there. They were like, well, we have all this cheese just in case, I guess. Just in case somebody needs 20 years worth of cheese. We got it. When Reagan became president, its shelf life was dwindling and started coming to an end. And they were like, well, fuck, what are we paid like millions of dollars for all this cheese. What are we going to do with it?
Give it to the poors.
And Reagan said, well, I don't know. I don't really have a good standing with the poor community in this country. So let's give away a whole bunch of fucking cheese.
Let them eat cheese.
Yeah. So they gave all the government cheese to the poor communities across America to try to gain, favor with the poor communities. Also at the same time, unironically, they were also pushing crack into the poor communities through the CIA, and
they were
destroying them. But we'll give you cheese. That's your consolation prize. You're gonna be high as shit. And you're gonna be eating cheese.
Sprinkle that crack on a slice of cheese.
Right. So they gave away all this cheese for free, and then the dairy company stepped back up after that and was like, "We noticed what you did with all our cheese. Yeah, so we got a lot of product to sell again, and we're gonna out you guys for what you did, unless you know what we want." And the government said, "Yeah, fuck, all right, we're back in business." So then came those ads. Does a body good?
Yep.
And when those got old and tired, you got the got milk ads.
Yep.
Anybody ever wonder where those fucking ads came from? Bought and funded by the United States government, all of it.
With the milk mustache, those little billboards and shit.
Oh yeah, okay, don't take my word for it. Look this shit up. Bought, sold, paid for by the United States government. Does a body good, got milk. All those campaigns were paid by the U.S. government, taxpayer dollars, to get us back into drinking milk. And guess what? It fucking worked.
Yep.
So,
or the hormones that were in that shit back in the day, like
don't take my word for this, but the dairy industry doing this is a very easy thing to find and understand that it's true, because nobody's trying to hide this.
Yeah.
This is not some conspiracy. This is a thing that it just is. And it's very easy to look this up and read about it. That's why I say, so if you don't think the government and large companies do shit like this, find that one, read it, and then go, fuck, what are the pharmaceutical companies?
It's so funny that like a couple of punks with the podcast have to like explain why we don't trust the government.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second. Like, how did this happen? Like,
back in the
get here, guys?
Everybody would be like, dude, shut up and drink a beer. We think the same thing. But now 2023, people are like, well, that Joe Biden, he's a good guy.
Yeah, I know.
Like, he wouldn't lie to you.
That's all he does is lie. Fucking lifelong politician.
Just because the Democrats are in power doesn't mean that life is good.
No,
it means that you're willing to fucking take the wrong pill.
Yeah.
I.e. the Matrix style. I can't remember which one does what.
The Republicans and Democrats, two wings on the same stupid bird.
Yeah. Just yeah. So just remember that, because these are the things that punk rockers used to talk about. This is the kind of shit that we used to talk about. We used to sit around and talk about. Now people are like, no, just bend over and take it.
Yeah. Take that government dildo right up your ass.
I'm not doing it. I never will. I never did, never will.
No. Hey, that's why our John Joseph episode is one of the most popular we have.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
I mean, if you sit down and just think about stuff sometimes, like
we're not freaks. We're just
no. You know, hey, you know, you want to end like a lot of this shit, you gotta get involved.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like you know, all the bullshit that's going on in the world, you know, corrupt governments. We all know that there's governments are corrupt. Most of them are corrupt because giant corporations keep stuffing money into people who's running pockets. Oh God! But we all know that it's fucking corrupt. Help fix it.
Yeah.
Don't just sit around and complain about it and think that somebody else is gonna fucking fix it. You get up off your ass and try to go fucking help fix it. That's
vote for third party. Like shock the system.
Fucking fixed. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucked up. Like Biden's not going to even debate RFK Jr.
He's not going to debate anybody because he can't. Like, there's a reason why he hasn't debated since.
Yeah.
Because he can't. Because he on a world's stage, everyone will see. Fuck, this guy should.
Well, he's going to have to debate the Republican.
Is he? Because he didn't last time.
Yeah, he did. He debated. He debated Trump.
Nope, they got out of it because of
no.
COVID.
He debated Trump last time.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He debated him 3 times.
Did he?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, and the first time Trump fell into every trap that dude set and was a dumbass.
Well, I mean that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Why that happened.
Yeah. No, he debated him. He debated Trump. But it's going to be. They're going to try to get him out of it for sure this time because his mental decline has been
obvious.
I mean, you saw videos of him like falling asleep during when the Israeli president was. He's like talking and he's just like, yeah, it's just so ridiculous, man.
There's so many videos of him doing so much fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. I don't understand how. There just keeps being video after video after video,
and it's like I totally understand not liking Trump, but
yeah,
to defend Biden, like
he's a douchebag.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean you have to like Biden. Like I could say Biden is a fucking loser. It doesn't make me a Trumpster. It makes me fucking aware.
Doesn't mean you're wearing a MAGA hat.
Right. Fuck both of them. Like
fuck both.
How the fuck can you pull for either of those fuckers, man?
We can't have. I'm telling you, we can't have people in their 70s be fucking president.
No, it's got to be. If I was king for a day, if you turn 70 years old before the election, you can't run. Sorry, you can't run.
Period.
That's it.
I'm almost inclined to be like 65. Like if you're gonna turn 70
during your term,
if you were to win the presidency, you can't run for president.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's wrong with 35 to 65? That's
look at these fuckers. Mitch McConnell, just like Mitch McConnell and fucking what's her name from San Francisco, Dianne Feinstein, was like being wheeled out like fucking Weekend at Bernie's to vote on shit. Like,
can we talk about that Mitch McConnell video?
Yeah, when he was on mushrooms.
Oh no. All right. This is one instance where I don't think he had a stroke. That motherfucker shit his pants.
He might have.
He definitely did.
Yeah.
But go back and watch that video. That is the face of a man who is understanding what's about to happen and that he can't stop it.
I know what that feels like, man.
That's the same face that Kristen Wiig made when she was playing Jamie Lee Curtis in the Activia Yogurt SNL commercials when Jamie Lee Curtis shit her pants on the commercial. It's literally the same face.
Yeah.
I know that face because I've made it myself.
Oh yeah.
When you adult shit your pants, That's the face you make. That's not the face you make when you have a stroke.
No.
Other shit happens when you have a stroke. You don't just freeze.
These are the fuckers that are like, it's just ridiculous.
Don't trust pharmaceutical companies,
Or the government.
especially Pfizer.
Yeah. Unless you want to sponsor us and give us a lot of money.
Oh, you want us to run a commercial for Sedexaflemum Blackum Nackum? Okay.
That gets rid of depression, but then also causes more depression.
Well, no. What it does is it gets the dirt out from under your toenails, so you don't have to do it yourself.
Right.
It makes your toes grow skin that pushes the dirt out. But hold on, there's more. There's side effects to this thing. Night terrors. You like night terrors? You don't? Too bad. Now you got them.
But your toes are so clean there in those night terrors.
Yeah, you got clean fucking toes.
That's right.
Night terrors. You got meat sweats without eating meat.
Yep.
So I guess that's just you're sweaty, but it's a specific kind of sweats that makes everything smell like rotten meat. Your toes are clean. Oh, by the way, we got a pill for both of those things.
And the major side effect, dirty toes.
Yeah. Fucking this is why John Carpenter made They Live, guys.
Yeah.
If you love the movie They Live, but you also say, no, Pfizer's not that bad.
You missed the point.
Yeah, you completely missed the point.
This is a cheerful episode.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about music. This is what fucking punk rock was in the 80s and
That's right.
90s, man.
It was.
And like we can't have these conversations anymore without people. Oh my God, those guys are so right wing.
Yeah, I know. Right wing. Yeah.
What?
It's crazy. That's why I think RFK Jr. is so refreshing, because he's like the Democrat that made me be a Democrat back in the day. Like,
yeah. Like, we're not. Did everybody just fucking forget? God, human beings have such short memories.
I
Like,
know.
this is what Democrats did in the 90s. But RFK is like as close
Right.
back in time as the 90s.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, motherfuckers.
Mind blowing. It's mind blowing. It's
It is
simply
mind-blowing.
mind blowing.
And it'll be studied. Like I said, it'll be studied for centuries.
Groupthink, man.
Yep. Read
Groupthink.
1984.
Groupthink is insane. And
It is. It's scary.
don't actually, you know what? Don't even read 1984, because so many fucking people are talking about that nowadays
Yeah.
that it's become this fucking cliche thing.
Right.
And it's become something that it never even was intended to be at this point. You know what? Don't read 1984. You want to learn about groupthink? Look up the studies they did in the 70s, which the effects of the studies from that they did in the 70s weren't even released till somewhat recently.
Mhm.
This was a new thing. Like, go back and read up on the groupthink studies from the 1970s. It's mind blowing. It's honestly mind blowing. What human beings will do to not be ostracized, what they will say and think against their own fucking eyes and ears and looking at fucking reality.
Yeah.
It's very, and then apply that to yourself
Mhm.
in every instance in life and say, hey, am I doing this just to go along with the crowd because
Right.
I have a fear of being ostracized? Or I could be an individual. Like, it doesn't mean you very specifically have to become a contrarian all of the fucking time.
Right.
It means that every decision you make, maybe you should think if you're making that decision on your own, or if you're making that decision based off of what a bunch of other people have already made.
Yeah, totally, for sure.
It's
That's-
very
I
easy
mean,
to think about when you make a decision.
Yeah, and that shit's like running the fucking world right now.
It is.
So
It is. And if you don't think that people who like to make money and push things in certain ways in society, people in power positions, push
wake the
things
fuck up. Yeah.
to create a groupthink scenario so they can profit off of it.
Yep.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's been done since the beginning of fucking time with human
Because
beings.
they live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The smart guy, that John Carpenter.
Yes. That's your homework for the week. Watch They Live.
Watch They Live. You'll understand what I'm talking about.
And on that note, have a good week, everybody. Yes. Thanks for hanging out for another week. Be sure to check out punkboxrocks.com and merchslut.com. Check us out on all social media outlets at OurBrainsHurt and at OurBrainsHurt.com. We will talk to you next week. Stay safe. Adios.
How do I do this shit? I can still hear you. So what do I have to press? Close.